process provide an organism with the raw material used for tissue repair? That is nutrition. Okay, which name is given to the group of individual that can reproduce to produce fertile offsprings? Species. Next one is, okay, there was one question. Okay, we'll do that paper later. Root hair cells are found on plant roots. Which feature is present in a root hair but not in a sperm cell? Okay, this is incorrect. I was expecting this answer from you. Roots do not have chloroplast. Yes. So it's cell wall. Okay, -1 for you. Okay, what is an example of tissue in this one? A chloroplast is an organelle. A palisade mesophyll is a cell. A neuron is a cell. So the oh wait, pancreas in an organ. So this is the only one that can combine together. Yes, yeah, it's a layer of cells. Some examples of substances move across membrane are listed. Number one, okay, for which example must oxygen be present? Okay, let's see. Glucose molecule into the epithelium that lines the small intestine. Okay, it means it's active transport. So yes, we need oxygen for active transport. Nitrate ions, yes, we need for ions we need active transport. So we need oxygen. Water molecules, no, this is passive. This is passive, and passive do not need energy. Wait, okay, let me explain this. Okay, the question is related to oxygen, but it's indirect question, because oxygen is needed for making energy for active transport. Okay, that's why I'm mentioning it's related to oxygen. So for oxygen, the first two needs the energy, not the third process. It's a passive process. So answer is 1 and 2 only. Okay. Okay. Uh, in which diagram would most oxygen molecule diffuse across the membrane per unit? Okay. Now there are certain factors that are involved in it. Number one is temperature, and number two is gradient. Sorry. So these two factors should be included in your answer. So where would be more diffusion? Diffusion to lower concentration. For that one, we can choose A or B. Okay. Now what about temperature? Where would be there more diffusion? At higher temperature. So they would move from high temperature to low temperature. So it would be B. Okay, this paper is tough, by the way. Okay, the list shows some statements about enzymes. They all contain, okay, they all contain the element nitrogen. Yes, since they are all are proteins. The next option is they are proteins. Yes, they are proteins. They can be denatured by cold temperatures. No, that's wrong. Okay, their specificity is due to the complementary shape of active site. Yes. So we have three correct statements, 1, 2, and 4. So it would be B. Okay. Which statement about the structure of DNA is correct? Do they have 6 type of bases? No. How many type of bases are there? 4. Right. So DNA contains 3 strands. No, it contains 2 strands to form a helix. Exactly. DNA is made up of chain of amino acid. No, it's a chain of ribose sugar and phosphate linkages. Right. It has 2 strands with the cross links between base pairs. Yes. So the answer is D. Okay, a doctor tests the urine of 4 patients for both glucose and protein. So for glucose, what test do we use? We use Benedict test, and for protein we use Bayer test. Both are written. The color of the urine sample after testing are shown below. Okay, it contains both protein and glucose, so both would show a positive test. So which would be the answer? purple and brick red. The positive test of burette is the purple and Benedict solution is brick red precipitates. Okay, next one is the equation shows the dilation of protein to amino acids, in which in the equation what is protease? Okay, what is an enzyme according to, since the option is not there, so among this it's a catalyst. Okay. The graph shows the effect of increasing light intensity on the rate of photosynthesis. Okay. What is the limiting factor in X and Y? So at X, what is the limiting factor? It's light intensity because exactly good. So at X, it's light intensity since with increase in light intensity, the rate is increasing. And at Y, it's something else. So the option over here is carbon dioxide concentration. So it's C, right? The substances listed are found in the leaf of a plant, which substances obtained from the soil. Mineral ions, the carbon dioxide we get from air, chlorophyll plant make itself, and glucose is the product. Okay, the cholera bacterium produces toxin that causes chloride ions to be secreted into the small intestine. What is the immediate effect of this on the water potential of blood in the intestinal capillaries and on the water potential on the content of small intestine? So water move out of the capillaries, right, into the small intestine. So water potential of blood in the capillaries and the water potential. Wait. Okay. Okay. It's before osmosis. It's before osmosis, before like right after the toxin is released. So there would be more water in the exactly more water in the capillaries and less in the small intestine. That's why the water move out of the capillaries into the lumen. Yes, your answer is correct. The graph shows the concentration of maltose in different parts of the alimentary canal. So mouth, stomach, and intestine has the highest one. Since we have amylase enzyme over here, so amylase converts starch into maltose. That's why the maltose concentration is highest in small intestine, right? I've already told the answer. Okay, what causes the change in the concentration at X? Action of maltase, it decreases because maltase works on it. Okay, the diagram shows a bean seedling soon after it has germinated. Where is water most absorbed? C, the root hairs. Okay. Scientists investigated the movement of substances in a plant. They cut a ring of tissue from the stem. Removing the tissue removes some of the transported vessels around the edge of the stem. A few days later, they notice swelling above the area where the tissue has been removed. Okay, the roots are okay. What causes the swelling? Now, which layer is removed when we remove like a piece of it? The outer layer basically. So phloem is removed, right? So the option can be A or B. Okay, so what causes the swelling then? Okay. So sucrose cannot move to the sink for storage, so instead they start to gather over here. That's why the area swells. Okay, the diagram shows the outside of the human heart. What structure is the coronary artery? D. What is A? It's vena cava. What is B? Aorta. And what is C? Is the pulmonary vein. Because it's connected to the left part. Yes. Okay, the diagram represent blood flow in the circulatory system of fish and humans. So there is a fish circulation and human circulation. Okay, a single circulation and double circulation. In the fish circulation and the human circulation, where is the oxygen concentration highest? Highest to, it would be 4 when it comes directly from the heart. Then some of the oxygen may be used by heart before transporting it to the body. So yes, 4 is the one which has the highest concentration, so it's C. Okay, Campylobacter is a bacterium that causes food poisoning. Which word describes Campylobacter? It's a disease causing agent, so it would be pathogen. So I had infection of this, I guess. Campylobacter. What is the appropriate percentage of oxygen in expired air? 16%. Okay, the inspired air has 21%. Okay, this one is the concentration of carbon dioxide in inspired air, and this one is in the expired air, right? And this one is the inspired oxygen, and this one is expired oxygen. Okay, which action uses actions use energy release from the respiration, which are the active processes? Muscle contraction, do they need energy? Yes. Protein synthesis? Yes. Cell division? Yes. Yes, all of them. Transmitting nerve impulse is also an active transport, so it's A. What is the word equation for anaerobic respiration in muscle cells? So there is no use of oxygen, glucose directly into lactic acid. Okay. Which statement about the information about the formation of urea is correct? Urea is formed in the kidney? No. Urea is formed in the liver? Yes. From excess amino acid? Yes, this is deamination. So I guess this is the answer. Because D is not the answer, because it is not formed by the fatty acid but from the amino acids. 24. What is the response of low concentration of glucose in the blood? Okay, if the blood concentration drops, then there is an hormone that is released, which is glucagon. Okay, so what does glucagon do? It converts what into what? Glycogen into glucose. So option B is the correct one. Which endocrine gland secrete insulin? Pancreas. And which cells? Eyes of Langerhans or beta cells? Okay, maybe they asked this question, but this is mentioned in the syllabus. Okay, which factor affect the growth of plants? Gravity and light only? Gravity, light, and temperature? Gravity and temperature, light and temperature. All three are needed. Yes, all three are needed. Yes. Okay. Wait, let's check. Okay. The table shows the recommended daily amount RDA of some nutrients for a person for special dietary requirements and their actual intake. Okay, what would the person be at risk of developing if they continued with the same daily intake of nutrients? Let's see. Okay, the actual intake is okay. The actual intake is okay. Okay, vitamin C is lesser in the diet. What else? I guess all other things are okay. So what could be that would be scurvy. Okay, what are the advantages of using sexual reproduction to produce crop plants? It produces genetic variation. Yes, it is required. We need it. It ensures the crops have identical characteristics. No. It quickly produces many identical copies. No. So only first option is correct. Okay. What is the, where is the hormone progesterone produced? In the ovaries and uterus, not the placenta. So one and two only. And it maintains the lining of the endometrium wall. Okay, which row correctly describes mitosis? New cells are genetically identical. Yes. Duplication before mitosis. I guess this option seems okay. Okay, let's see. Or during mitosis, yes, it happens before mitosis in the like S phase. Number of chromosome as compared to daughter cells, they remain same. Parent cell and daughter cells have the same number of chromosomes, so C is the answer. Next one is okay. The diagram of energy flow is given. Which row correctly labels this energy flow diagram? What is one? What is two? What is three? And what? Okay, let's see. Okay, chemical energy in producers. This one is a producer. Exactly, this one is producer. This one is not a source. This one is producer. This one is source. This one is primary consumer. This one is secondary consumer, right? And this one is tertiary consumer. Exactly. Okay. Okay. 8 is the decomposer one. Energy loss by respiration is 5, correct. 3 is the excretion one. And in the tertiary consumer is 7. Yes, it's A. By the way, this paper is tough. That's why this is the lowest threshold in the past 5 years. The lowest one, 26. Okay, a man and woman have 4 children. The diagram shows the blood group of the children. First has A, second has AB, third has O, and fourth also have O. It means the parents are. Whenever there is O blood group, it means the parents are heterozygous. Okay, so it's D, I, and IO. So this is the one. Since one of the children, child also, one of them has this one AB. How do the leaves of hydrophytes differ from those of xerophytes? Okay. Water plants. So water plants have more air spaces, bigger leaves, uh, leaf surface area, stomata on the upper surface. They would have thinner cuticle as well. Okay, broccoli and cauliflower are crop plants that have been produced from a common wild plant. Which process would be used to produce a broccoli and cauliflower plant from wild plants? Artificial selection. Since these three are not the ones suitable for this. Okay, the diagram shows a nitrogen cycle. What is bacterium X? Okay, nitrates are converting into nitrogen. So this process is known as denitrification, the opposite of nitrification. If nitrogen is converting into nitrates and these type of nitrifying bacteria are present in the legumes of the roots, sorry, nodules of the leguminous plants roots. Okay, population growth, or you can say curve, is given. What is an exponential phase? There is a huge increase, exactly. So that would be B. First one is lag phase, B is log phase or exponential phase, C1 is stationary phase, and D1 is decreasing death phase. Okay, bacteria are useful in genetic engineering because they possess plasmids. Which statement describes the importance of plasmids? Is a circle of DNA and human genes can be inserted into it? Yes, it can be correct. It is the nucleus? No, it is not the nucleus. It can be destroyed and replaced? No. It is a circle of DNA and human insulin can be inserted into it. Okay, this can also be correct, but we generally talk about the general processes. So yes, human insulin cannot be inserted into it. Genes can be inserted into it. So it's a. What is which statement is correct? DNA ligase is used to cut DNA. No, ligase is used to bind the sticky ends. DNA ligase is used to make proteins. No. Restriction enzyme are used to cut DNA. Yes. Restriction enzyme are used to make proteins. No. Sorry. So the answer is C. What can reduce the occurrence of famine? Population size would definitely increase it. Longer period of drought, yes, because there won't be any cross poverty, yes. So the equal distribution of food should be there to avoid it, which is not going to happen anytime soon. It's not going to happen at all. We can waste food, but we cannot distribute it equally. What is the consequence of deforestation? Flooding, yes. Increased carbon dioxide concentration in the atmosphere due to increased photosynthesis, no. Okay, reduce carbon dioxide concentration due to increased decomposition, no. Decomposition would increase carbon dioxide. Reduce oxygen concentration in the atmosphere due to reduced respiration, no. So the only correct option is A. Okay, so let's move to another paper.